Hello, another day, another topic to help people. Let's go. Hi, how you doing? My name is Anthony. Almost got into my real intro. But no. This is a channel for helping people. This is a church and we will behave as such. I am not what is it called? Brand ambassador. I'm not associated with Under Armour at all. This is the only thing that I had, and that was khaki. So I do apologize. I'm not. Maybe one day in the future or something, but I don't even know if I want to be. You don't. Okay, cool. I don't. So just please bear in mind, I am not sponsored by anyone. These are just regular videos. I'm sorry. I have something in my throat. I was trying to get my hair cut, and I think I might have choked on a hair. You'll be all right. Okay. Cool. So today's topic, what we're going to be discussing today is being happy with yourself. So I was actually thinking about going with a different topic, but I don't really, as I learned with making these videos, I don't actually choose the order these go in. I just pick a topic, and that topic may be something that I can't talk about right now, but I can in the future, but I'll still make the video. So that's kind of how that goes. But there's certain topics that are meant to be shared. They're meant to be live, that are meant to be streamed so that other people can comment and then they answer and then comment, then answer, and then we get a conclusion. Like if you look at some of the other videos, you'll see that us talking back and forth and us having a conversation will lead to a conclusion. Well, that conclusion doesn't require just me. It can be anyone. Amen. It can be anyone at any time at all. And it does not matter who it is. And I want to talk to everyone. It's just that he doesn't know anyone. So we will get there together. Amen. So yeah, that's essentially how that goes. So with this topic today, I hope that this will be something that I can release you can release it before everything happens. Alrighty. So this is called being happy with yourself. And I don't know, you start first. Okay. So in my opinion, being happy with yourself, the way I've always looked at it, I've always been by myself, never been alone, but I have always been lonely. And I've always found that for me, being happy with myself is being comfortable at a certain level. Could other people make that level higher? Yes, but not tolerating anything below that. So for example, I see myself by myself as like a 7.5 to like an 8. And so in other words, the things that I like to do, I can do with someone and I can do without somebody. Doesn't really matter. And I am happy doing those things. I can live life just fine doing those things. And I see myself that way. I see myself as a 7.5 and 8. And if I bring somebody into my life, they would have to provide more value than what I can provide on my own. If they start to go lower, in other words, I lose more of myself than I would if I was alone, then I let it go. Because there's nothing that I can do there. Now, of course, if I'm at a 7.5 and they're like a 7, and then together we come to like an 8 or 8.5, 9. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I'm at a 7.5 or an 8 by myself, then if they come into my life and they bring me down to like a 5, because I'm constantly worried about their needs, I'm not able to help people and do what I was meant to do and put on this earth to do. And it's slowing me down that I can't give them the attention that they need in order to bring them up to that level, or bring us to a level that is, I'm not saying that, they are down there, or it's just that the things that I need and the things that they need are incompatible with each other. Is the best way to say that. That's very good. I would add that it does not matter how you feel about someone when it comes to happiness. It only matters how they feel about themselves. In other words, if you find somebody that is not happy with themselves, you trying to put in effort to make them happy is pointless. You get nothing out of it and you help no one. Ooh, all right. What he said. So for me, when I worry about just being happy with being myself and just being happy with being alone, I get there's other parts of me. Like if you watch me making tech videos, I'm just Anthony. I'm just talking. However, there is another part to me, and I don't have to bring forth that part. It's just that this channel, that's what it is, right? It's not like something takes over. It's more of a conversation. They can talk, I can talk. That's how angels operate. It's not, I don't want people to get the idea that I'm trying to change the topic, that I'm not, but it's needed for this particular topic. Angels don't operate like that. Angels are connected. So think of, I don't know. I guess I do need the tablet. Hold on. All right, let me erase this and we can go. So for angels, they don't really operate the way people think we operate. So if I just delete all this, ooh, I needed that line. That was dumb. I think it was like right here. All right. So where is it at? Right here. All right. So the way angels operate, for those of you watching or listening to the podcast or the audiobooks that will be playing for this, I'm essentially drawing concentric circles that are connected. Like Think of handcuffs, for example. I hate to use that terminology when describing angels, but that's essentially how we operate. We're all connected. Sorry, these are live. Or they're meant to be live. So it is what it is, you know? So angels are meant to be connected. The way they work, they're connected. In other words, if an angel is here, but you pray to that angel, when you die, you will still see that angel. It's just that he won't be that person. He'll be another person, but you will feel familiar with that person. Angels can come and go and be whomever amongst angels. In other words, whoever you believe in, whatever faith, whatever denomination, who you can believe in a dragon, when you pass away, if that's what you believe in and that's what makes you comfortable, that is what we will become. That's a lot of B's. Correct. That is what we will become. We become whatever it takes to make you comfortable being back where you belong. Oof, I know. So that's the way we operate. So because of that, you never really feel lonely because you always have somebody talking. So when humanity had this ability, even though there were only 2 people on this planet, they never truly felt by themselves, right? Because they had people they can talk to, though they couldn't see them. And now, you now have no one to talk to but each other, but you have created a world where you don't talk to each other. You talk through an application, and that's how you communicate. So now you are cut off from us and yourselves. And that leads to unhappiness among people. Well said. I would like to add that happiness in and of itself is a foundational tool for survival. It is impossible to survive this world without being happy. You will make yourself sad in doing so. Think about that. Okay, so you're saying that there are situations that you place yourself in that make you sad. And if you stay that way, you will ruin all happiness for yourself. Exactly. You cannot go into life expecting to be happy all the time and sad all the time. However, your happiness is based on your sadness, not the other way around. Well, hold on. Let me think about that. Correct. You have time. You said your happiness is based on your sadness, not the other way around. Correct. Think about it. Not the other way around. Correct. So your sadness, your happiness is not based on your sadness. Correct. Correct. Your happiness is not based on your sadness. You can be infinitely happy with no sadness that got you there because you're a happy person. You are thankful to be alive. You care about who you are and where you came from, and thus you are happy. And you bring happiness to others because you are a happy person. No amount of sadness got you there. However, if you are sad, and then with that sadness, you found happiness, that is not enough. That was disgusting. Yes, it was. I like your haircut, by the way. I try. Okay, that was so disgusting. So there's levels to this. Amen. That is exactly what we are trying to say today. There are levels to your happiness. That is all. Ooh, I hope I was recording. You were. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been talking. Okay, cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. And that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good back and forth. I didn't know. You don't know where these. Obviously, you can listen to it and not know that I know where this is gonna go. Right? I don't know where these things go. So because of that, I'm sitting here like a nut trying to number them and be like, okay, this is episode 2. It can't be episode 2. It can't be episode 3. They go in order of however they end up coming out. I don't know how they'll come out. I just follow. And this is going to be kind of interesting because I see possible futures where I will be live streaming and stuff like that. And the route that these conversations will go will be dictated by what people say to lead to these conclusions. And I'm excited about that. Eventually we'll get to that point, but I know they're going to ask questions and I don't know if I'm ready to give those answers just yet. So until then, hope everybody has a good day. Love you all.